Hi, it's Vic. Welcome back to my channel, and today I have a super fun unicorn birthday card. So here I've just made my slimline card base, and then I've cut down a piece of white hammered card a little bit smaller so that it fits on the slimline card nicely and leaves a little border. Next I've got the Time for Tea Designs mini rainbow shaker die. So what I'm doing here, I'm just running this through my die cutting machine using some different colours of cardstock, and then what I will do once this is complete is assemble my rainbow. And I've used lots of pretty pastel colours to keep this card nice and girly. So next I've got the Time for Tea Designs Storms Don't Last Forever stamp and die set. So what I've done here is I've just used the cloud that comes with the coordinating dies, and then I'm going to run this through my die cutting machine. So I'm going to need 4 clouds because I've got 2 rainbows. So here I'm just showing you how I put them together. I've just got some PVA glue, and then I'm just putting a little bit of glue on the ends of the rainbows and then placing the clouds over them. Next I have the Time for Tea Designs Unicorn in Training stamp and die set. So what I'm doing here, I'm going to be doing some watercolouring today. So I've got some waterproof ink and I'm just stamping over the images twice because I find with the watercolour ink it's not that strong, so you do need to go over the images twice. So I'm just finishing up my stamping here. And now I'm going to be doing my watercolouring. So I've got some zig brush markers here, and then I've also got some kitchen roll because you'll need this to wipe off your brushes after applying each colour. So I'm not showing all the colouring, I'm just going to quickly show you how I coloured in a few of the stamps. So I always start and just put a little bit of the marker on the image, and then using the water and the brush I just gently blend it together. And you will find that if it is a bigger image, the watercolouring does do the blending for you. So don't be intimidated if you haven't tried these because they're so easy to use and they're also fun as well. So all the colours from the zig brush markers I've listed on the screen, and they do come out very intense. So if you are going for a lighter colour, you could always put your marker on your stamp acrylic block and then add some water to it and then apply that to your paper. That will definitely give you a softer look. But as this is a unicorn card, we're going bright and we're going quite heavy with the colours. So just bear that in mind. If you do like a softer colour to your images, then just put it on your block, add some water and then start your colouring. So I'm going to go ahead and finish the rest of the colouring, and then once that's complete I've got the coordinating dies. So what I will do is apply the dies. I always use washi tape to secure them down, and then I'll just run them through my die cutting machine. But also when you use zig markers, look at the state of my fingers, they just stain, but it's all good, we'll carry on. Next I've got the landscape edge die, which is Time for Tea Design. So I'm just going to quickly show you how I make this longer. So I'm running this through my die cutting machine once, and then I will remove the die and then line up the edge from where the last piece is, and then I will secure this down with some washi tape because I don't know about you, but my dies just slip an awful lot in the machine. So that will make sure it's nice and secure. And then we're going to be using this piece to do some ink blending, so that's why I've made it longer, because I've got a slimline card, so it just makes things a little bit easier when you're doing your ink blending. And for my ink blending today I'm just using one colour. So I've got the beautiful blender brush, which is again Time for Tea Designs, and I'm just using that cloud edge die just to make some clouds. And as I've used that Papermilldirect hammered card, it's got a texture to it. So this ink blending took a little bit longer than normal because I normally just use the super smooth card, which is great for ink blending, but I wanted that texture. So I'm just applying the ink very gently and trying to build up a little bit of colour. And I loved how this turned out. I love that milled lavender colour. It's just such a soft and pretty colour and perfect for unicorns. And now I'm going to be adding some shimmer. So obviously it's a unicorn card, it has to have shimmer, so I've just got this watercolour paint that I've watered down and I'm just adding some splatters of gold. And then what I do is I get all the bits that I've stamped and die cut just to get a rough idea of where I want to place everything. So once I've got a rough idea, I'm going to go ahead and do the greeting. So I've got the Time for Tea Designs Moveless Clear stamp, and I've used the same cloud that I used before, and I'm going to go ahead and stamp the It's Your Birthday greeting on the cloud. So I've got some nice bright pink ink, that's Hero Arts. And then I'm going to go ahead and start adhering everything down. So I've got this tacky glue, which is PVA glue, and I swear you need to be pop-eye to actually use that glue. It's so hard, but I use PVA glue on my Slimline cards just so it's easier to put down, and if it's wonky you've got time to move it. So definitely recommend using PVA glue if you do struggle getting your cards straight. So now I've just got some foam tape and I'm adhering the rainbows, and then I'm going to start adhering the unicorns. So I was going to finish up my card here, but then looking at it I thought no, it needs something else. So I've got these Dovecraft 3D pearls, so I'm just applying a few of these to the card. So these are a bit like the Nouveau drops that you get. So once you apply them, you just need to leave them for a couple of hours to dry. And then I had to stop myself from doing any more. So this is the finished result of the card. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll list everything down below in the description box. Take care, bye.